Hello, welcome to the Biocomputational Meets AI podcast, where we are coding biology for a better tomorrow. My name is Sivan Saravanan, and I'm your host for today's podcast, and I am joined by our biocomputational engineering student assistant and alumni, Leo Buitrago. Hello, Leo.
Hi, Sivan. My name is Leo Buitrago, and as you said, I am your student assistant and alumni of the program, and I'm here to give you any sort of advice, experience on the program, and it's a pleasure to meet everybody.
Yes, and a little bit about myself. I am the coordinator for academic affairs and recruitment for this awesome undergraduate program. I have an extensive history with the Universities of Shady Grove, Montgomery College, and University of Maryland, as I'm a proud alumni from Shady Grove through the University of Maryland College Park Criminology program. I also went to Montgomery College and got my associate's degree, so I'm very experienced and understand the transfer pathway from Shady Grove to Montgomery College very well, from MC to Shady Grove very well. And I'm very happy to talk to you about our program. The purpose of our podcast is to give all listeners a clear overview of what biocomputational engineering is and what type of courses our students take and internship job opportunities for the future. So let's begin with the history of our program. Biocomputational engineering launched in fall 2021. Our sibling program, bioengineering, identified a need for coders with a biological background and a passion to improve global medicine and healthcare. They worked hard on developing a world-class curriculum that was scrutinized based off of 7 different engineering criterion. And we are proud to say we are ABET accredited. And we were ABET accredited in 2024. One of the major selling points of our program is our world-class curriculum and our location. We are located in beautiful North Potomac, Maryland at the University of Shady Grove campus. All of our courses are at our brand new biomedical sciences and engineering facility, and we will get into that a little bit more in the podcast. Now, the purpose of our program is to give those who have a background in biological sciences, mathematics, computer science, an intersection where they can apply all of those skills and interests into one awesome major that will prepare students to work in data science. And, you know, there are a lot of people who are out there suffering and a lot of people who want to ease human suffering.
Right. Exactly.
Would you say that's correct, Leo?
Yeah, no, I would say exactly that. So basically, biocomputational engineering actually helps out give that doctors, other medical officials, that extra, I guess, security when performing diagnostics and all that. So it's a very helpful program to learn.
Yes. Now, let's go into a simple way to talk about what is biocomputational engineering. And I think a simple way to put this is it's a quantitative way of studying biomedicine and healthcare. Now, you may ask, what is quantitative?
Okay, yeah. So quantitative, as I like to kind of think about it, is basically putting numbers to something, basically giving something a number, like how many cells are in the body, stuff like that, basically knowing how much you're dealing with, basically, in a number sense.
Yes. So as I said, quantitative way of studying biomedicine and healthcare. Now, we are solving biomedicine problems. We are solving healthcare problems by using coding and AI to solve these problems. And it is a super technical and impactful program. A little bit about myself. I have a long history in higher education. I lived abroad for many years. And in 2022, I was moving back from Japan, and I wanted to choose a major. I wanted to get back into higher education, and I wanted to choose a program that could influence my children. I have 2 young daughters, and I wanted to be able to bring them to work with me and show them what I was doing and show them how an engineer can make an impact on the world. And when I saw biocomputational engineering and I realized, okay, they can help people, they can, make an impact on the world of biotech and improve global healthcare and medicine, and also be compensated very well and work in an environment that is not as stressful as, a patient engagement with doctors and nurses. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk to you more about why a student would benefit joining biocomputational engineering. So let's start with the beginning. I know I mentioned we started in 2021. Leo, when did you start?
So I joined this program under the second cohort back in 2022, and I graduated in 2024.
Okay, excellent. Now, we are a very small boutique program right now as we continue to grow. A little bit of a background of our program. We have graduated 13 students in total, and now we have 14 current students. So we have 7 rising juniors and 7 seniors who will be graduating in spring of 2026. So our program is small, and the students who join our program are getting full support. And, it takes a village. Our faculty, including myself, we have 3 full-time faculty and staff, and we work very closely with our students to make sure they have an excellent experience in biocomputational engineering. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the universities at Shady Grove. It is a satellite campus that brings all 9 Maryland institutions to the satellite campus location, and we offer numerous amounts of graduate and undergraduate programs. I myself, as I mentioned, graduated with the criminology and criminal justice undergraduate degree from the University of Maryland, College Park, and it is a commuter campus. There are no dormitories. It's high-tech labs, beautiful labs, and an awesome, beautiful commuter campus where students who have, more non-traditional lives, who are working full-time, who have families, who have multiple things going on in their life can go and have an affordable, safe environment where they can take in-person or virtual classes. Leo, can you tell me a little bit about how you heard about the University of Shady Grove and what was your experience like?
Yeah, sure. So my initial experience with the University of Shady Grove is that I actually heard about it through Montgomery College. The previous student advisor, Emily, she had an open house at Montgomery College and started explaining the whole biocomputational engineering course, the campus as well. And so I got really interested since it was literally like maybe 20 minutes away from where I live. And just having that convenience instead of going to the actual College Park campus kind of set me down the path of wanting to join the program.
Yes, absolutely. And you also are a product of Montgomery County Public Schools, MCPS?
Exactly, yes. I went to Magruder High School in Rockville.
Awesome. I went to Walter Johnson High School, and I'm very proud that Montgomery County is offering such advanced STEM programs in AI, machine learning in our own backyards, where we can proudly say we can get a undergraduate degree from the Clark School of Engineering right here in Montgomery County. I had a great experience going through the MCPS pipeline at Walter Johnson. I went to Montgomery College. At the time, I was trying to figure out my life and what I wanted to do, and MC has so many different options that it was a seamless transition to learn about Shady Grove. And it's a huge reason why I'm speaking to you today. I personally, when I went to Shady Grove, and started my criminology bachelor's degree, I started as a student worker and in the writing center, worked hard and propelled that into a full-time position after graduation as a student services coordinator. And that led to future opportunities and why I'm here today. So when I took this job with biocomputational engineering, it was more about, not only picking a major that could inspire my children, but also giving back to a great institution. And I wanted to know more about your experience. So you were pursuing your associate's degree at Montgomery College, Rockville, when you decided to enter biocomp?
Yeah, so initially I started off with a general engineering degree, but back in like 2017, 2018, when I started, I wasn't really sure exactly which type of engineering to follow. So I kind of shifted more down the road of the bioengineering associate's degree. And that's when I started getting into biomedicine and all that, since I have a background with my mother who's in the VA medical center. She works as an MRI tech. And so I was always kind of interested in like the image modalities, how doctors read images. And so that's kind of how I started down the path for biocomputational.
Excellent. And there are numerous pathways into biocomputational engineering. Students can come in with a dual enrollment degree where they work in tandem in their high school while taking courses at a community college where they graduate with an associate's degree and a high school degree. Students can enter our program as a transfer student. You can also enter our program from another four-year institution. For example, College Park, at University of Maryland College Park, we have pre-majors, biocomputational engineering pre-majors, who come in through bioengineering. They select pre-major, and they spend their first 2 years on main campus completing our biocomputational engineering prerequisites. And once they complete those 2 years, they transfer over to Shady Grove for their junior and senior year. So students can come in through dual enrollment. Students can come in through a four-year institution, or as Leo and I did, from a community college.
Right.
Now, our program requires 60 credits completed first. Students have to come in with a solid foundation in mathematics, physics, and computer science. Once those 60 credits are completed, students will enter Shady Grove, the University of Shady Grove, for two years, 4 semesters of highly technically advanced curriculum. Would you say that's correct, Leo?
Oh, yeah. Emphasis on the highly technical. But it's all useful stuff that you will learn, and it can be applied to many things if you choose to do different career paths in biomedicine or biotech.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about the pipeline, the transfer pathway. Once students have completed, let's start with Montgomery College. You do your associates in AS in general engineering. You complete our 60 credits, 25 of gen ed requirements, and the rest would be program prerequisites. Once students have that associates in the AS in general engineering, they come into biocomputational engineering. We require a C- or better in all program prerequisites and a 2.5 GPA requirement. We are not an LEP program, and students will have an awesome opportunity to join the Clark School of Engineering without the LEP restrictions, going right into biocomputational engineering. In our first semester, I teach an Intro to Biocomputational Engineering 1-credit course that prepares our students for career readiness. And outside of that, the curriculum is highly technical. Leo, you want to talk a little bit about your experience in the 4 semesters here at Shady Grove?
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. All 4 semesters that I've experienced were a challenge, but I like to say it's a good challenge because you get to learn a lot of things that, like I said before, is useful if you want to choose any further studies. I like to think of it as the biocomputational program is kind of like a broad, it gives you a broad spectrum of kind of what to choose in the future. Like you can either, when you're finished with the program itself, you can actually kind of go into either straight up machine learning, data processing, coding, or if you want to stick on the biology side, you can do traditional biomedical engineering, cancer research. And so that's what I really like about these classes, is that they prepare you for whatever path you would choose down the whole biomedicine sphere.
And I would encourage all students, all listeners who are interested in our curriculum to schedule an appointment with Leo or myself to go over our program prerequisites in depth, because it's very important that you have the correct, accurate information on what courses to take to prepare to enter the program. We only admit students in the fall semester, so it's imperative that you meet with an advisor. If you're at College Park, you meet with your College Park advisor. If you're at Montgomery College, you meet with your MC advisor to make sure they're on the same page with you and with biocomputational engineering. Now, more about the curriculum. After my 1-credit course, as Leo mentioned, you dive deeper into biomedicine, data science, bioengineering, and by the 4th semester, students will apply everything they have learned to do more complex analysis in data science, bioengineering, and more specifically, biomedicine with image processing. So you will be challenged. You will, especially from the prerequisite course list. From the beginning, you will be challenged. And when you enter the program, you will see that first semester is a lot of work. Leo, can you talk to me a little bit about the coursework and the amount of studying you had to do per semester?
Oh, man. I'm not going to really sugarcoat it, but it is a lot of coursework that you have to kind of get through the first semester, because you're basically just getting used to the whole aspect of, okay, this is a new things that I'm learning. Biomedicine is a bit of a complex topic to kind of get into. So the workload is kind of you have to kind of understand more, especially for me, since I not that strong in like mathematics and stuff like that. So I kind of had to put my best effort into kind of getting the materials down and understanding each lecture. So, but in the end, I think it actually really helped out, because now I feel like if I'm asked a question of like, if I know some certain things about a topic in biocomputational aspect, I can answer pretty quickly. And I'm very grateful for that.
Leo, what was your mindset when choosing biocomputational engineering in regards to the impact you can make, and how important is it to you to help others in healthcare, in biomedicine?
I would say, yeah, the main inspiration that I got was basically just saving lives in general. Because right now, I guess cancer is the most popular research topic in the biomedicine sphere today. And so being able to actually kind of contribute or learn how to contribute into that kind of inspired me to kind of like go through with this program so I can hopefully help out people in the future. So, yeah.
Can you talk to me about the difference of knowledge that you can display today compared to when you first entered biocomputational engineering in regards to biomedicine and to the curriculum? How well can you speak on the biocomp curriculum now, 2 years later?
Oh no, much better than before, that's for sure. At first, I was didn't really know exactly the ins and outs of the different like biocomputational methods, how machine learning was implemented into image processing and stuff like that. But now I really do have a firm understanding of like, oh, okay, we can extract data from this one image to kind of put into a machine learning model and have it predict if somebody has cancer or not. So I think everything really helped out. And so I'm grateful that this has given me an opportunity to broaden my, I guess, aspect or horizons on this topic.
Excellent. And we've talked to you a little bit about what is biocomputational engineering, the University of Shady Grove, the high-level curriculum. And I want to talk more to you, Leo, about your experience with your cohort, with the full-time faculty. We have 3 full-time faculty: Dr. Ma, our program director, Dr. Kalura, our biology expert, and Dr. Azarnoush, our machine learning and AI expert, along with myself as the full-time staff member. So Leo, talk to me a little bit about how you were able to navigate through the challenging curriculum, working with new faculty and your cohort.
Yeah, so starting off with the cohort, I would say that no, it was very, since the classes are like very tightly packed, like a traditional community college, that actually helped me get to know my cohort members a lot better. And so we quickly formed the study groups. We all got along instantly. And so I think that helped out in like completing projects, working on homework if we were stuck on problems. And that's what I really liked about this program and my cohort. About the professors, everybody is very helpful. Nobody wants to see you fail. Every single professor is easy to get to know. They're very helpful, and I'm very grateful that they were able to kind of guide us through every step of the way.
Excellent. Can you give us some examples of experiences that you had with your faculty and where you received guidance that made a difference in your life, or sought out a professor for some challenge that you faced during your time at Biocom?
Yeah, I can do one example. He's not here in the program anymore. Dr. Bardia Yousefi, he actually was the professor for the machine learning, image processing, and data analysis course, and he really helped out. I would like to consider him kind of like my mentor in a case, because I really liked how he taught. He was always there when I needed help with coding, and he was a person that actually helped me out in receiving my first publication on thermographic imaging in breast cancer studies. So I'm very grateful to him that he helped me out. And as well as Dr. Kalura, very sociable, easy to talk to, and he really likes to talk with students and help them out if they have any trouble. I always asked him questions about like stuff that I was confused on, and he would be very quick to respond, and that's what I really like too.
Excellent. And Dr. Yousefi is actually still working with our program. He moved to New York and he's working with SUNY, upstate New York, in their medical school. But he is still offering research and opportunities and working closely with our current biocomp students. So we're very lucky to still be in collaboration with Dr. Yousefi. I'd like to know more about your experience with the universities of Shady Grove. Being that you're a Montgomery County resident, did you find that the location and the closeness to Montgomery College, did you find it a little bit easier of a transition than if you had moved from Montgomery College to main campus College Park?
Definitely. I feel like if I would have just moved from Montgomery College to mainly College Park, I would have just had struggle just getting to know the professors, because I know the classes over there are can be over like hundreds of people in attendance. So I really like the almost, I guess, closeness you feel with the professors here and the classmates as well. The campus location as well is very convenient. Like I said before, I live probably 20, 25 minutes away on a good day. So I really like how it's close by and I can just stop by, just either study or not really have to bear with the insane traffic that you have to get through on 495 all the way down to College Park.
Absolutely. I think the location is awesome for Montgomery County residents. I do love that the campus is quiet. You have a wide variety of students, so you might meet somebody who's right out of high school and from their dual enrollment, or you might meet somebody who has 2 to 3 kids and is working full time and they're on their second or third degree. So you will find opportunity to network. You will find opportunity to learn with a wide array of students and personalities. Talk to me a little bit about the people that you met at Shady Grove, University of Shady Grove, and do you still keep in touch with any of the students?
Definitely, especially with my cohort members. One of them is a retired Air Force member. His name is Miguel. He is currently at the University of Florida in Gainesville studying a more direct biomedical engineering PhD, fully funded. He always tells me how the weather's great down there, and since he loves fishing, he's always fishing over there. But yeah, another one is Severin. He's also my cohort member. He is currently studying at the University of Texas virtually, still living here in Maryland, but he's going down a more of a machine learning aspect. And yeah, I still keep in touch with them, and they're always glad that we kind of got together under this program.
Excellent. I would say about 30% of our graduates go into a master's program or PhD. I think we have students, as Leo mentioned, at University of Florida doing biomedical, University of Texas, Carnegie Mellon, Johns Hopkins University. And Leo, you're also in a master's program, right?
Exactly. I'm in the master's program actually offered here at the University of Shady Grove under the biotechnology program of study.
With UMBC?
Yes, with UMBC.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, I want to talk to you about how does AI and machine learning influence biomedicine?
So I kind of mentioned it a little bit before, and I think this is what I kind of believe is that AI and machine learning actually helps in the prediction aspect and diagnostic aspect. Basically, doctors want to be as accurate as possible with their diagnostics, and I think implementing machine learning into that aspect kind of helps out, making sure there is no mistakes.
Yes, absolutely. In a way, for me, as I'm more of a logistics admin side. I'm not an engineer, so I had to learn a lot about biocomputational engineering. And for me, I would say AI is the big picture.
Yes.
And inside AI, we're using machine learning for tools, and we use them as tools for image processing, prediction, detection, diagnostic. So it is an awesome feeling to know that you can help reduce errors in medicine.
And especially medicine is where you want the least amount of errors possible.
Absolutely agreed with that. Now, Leo, tell me a little bit. Let's talk about the job market, okay? I know nowadays everybody is concerned with the job market. It is tough out there. What does the job market look like for a biocomputational engineer?
So yeah, there's many different ways that you can kind of use your biocomputational engineering skills in the job aspect. For example, I had a summer fellowship at NIST where I actually used my programming skills to kind of implement web development and all that, with the use of getting websites ready for AI implementation. So you can kind of see how broad the program actually gets you, in a sense that it prepares you for any type of like computer science related or biomedicine related job you might want to apply for.
And how did the biocomp faculty help you achieve those goals and in applying for jobs and research opportunities?
Yeah, they're always very helpful. Just the mention of like having a letter of recommendation, they're always glad to kind of have them be considered as a person to give a letter of recommendation. So, for example, Dr. Yousefi was actually one of the main people that helped me out with this NIST fellowship. And so since we did so much work on the research project and publication, he emphasized that on mainly a majority of my letters of recommendation and is very proud that I worked with him.
I'm glad to hear that. And, I teach an intro to biocomputational engineering course, preparing students in career readiness. And we have the engineering career services team come over, speak with our students. And we recently learned that getting a job is 90% networking. It is a lot of work, and you need to check all of the boxes. You need to be the complete package. In just our first podcast, I want to give you a little bit of information to help you, all those out there listening. When you're applying for a job now, it's very hard for companies to tell the difference between candidate A and candidate B just by their application. You need to do other things to stand out. You need to do other things that other people aren't learning, because most people are learning the same things. So standing out, taking the initiative, and being a master in communication, professional writing, how you network will be instrumental in a successful career. Would you agree with that, Leo?
Definitely. I can say that when I took the class, not with Sivan, but with Emily, the previous advisor, I learned pretty much exactly the same thing as what Sivan is teaching right now. Always knowing how to network, getting your resume updated, knowing how to talk to professionals. And I think that's what really helps out if you want to get a job in this kind of job market sphere.
And as we wrap up our first episode, I want to finish the podcast talking a little bit about learning experiences a biocomp student will gain in our program, and also give you a future news and events and how to follow us on social media. So as we wrap up, let's talk a little bit about the learning experiences gained from 2 years in our program. Can you tell me your experience and some of the great tools that you learned in our program?
Yeah. In the program, you pretty much learn a good amount of things. The things that have kind of stuck out with me are Python programming, learning how to use machine learning models, lab skills that I learned in the biology labs, image processing, which I really liked, because since I had that background in like MRI imaging from my mother, I really liked learning how different like medical images are taken and read. And so having that along with like your traditional like computational sciences really helped out, and I really like them. So
thank you. And non-career speaking, what are the benefits of going into a major like biocomputational engineering?
Yeah, non-career speaking, basically just having that, I guess, when people ask you like, okay, what major are you in college? And you say biocomputational engineering, I kind of always like it that when I say that, people are left like, I guess, in shock because they don't really know what biocomputational engineering is. And so everybody thinks like, oh, wow, this is a really complicated degree. So you must be like really smart and stuff like that. And it's true. You're actually experiencing a lot of things a traditional, I guess, master student would experience. And it's very helpful in that sense.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of Biocomputational Meets AI podcast, also known as BMAP. We are excited to provide episode 2 very soon. For future news and events, please check us out on biocomp.umd.edu. That's biocomp.umd.edu. You can also check our content out on YouTube. We have a Biocomputational Engineering YouTube page. You can follow us on Instagram through the Bioengineering UMD site, and you can follow us on the Bioengineering LinkedIn page. Thank you so much. I had a great time talking to you all today about biocomputational engineering. Leo, did you have a good time?
Definitely. Yep. First experience during podcasts. And so I think it was a really good time. So I'm glad to come back for more.
Absolutely. We will have future topics covering innovations in the AI and biomedicine sphere, synthetic biology, research internship opportunities, along with computer vision and machine learning topics. Thank you so much. We hope you have a wonderful day wherever you may be.
Peace.